Hey y'all, it's Spiritual Life Coach 43 and I'm here to do raffle information and a spirituality deck messages reading for the zodiac sign of Taurus for the month of June, year 2021. If you are new to my channel, welcome and blessings. If you are one of my returning viewers, watchers, or subscribers, I'm sending you so much love and light and blessings as well. Cross watchers, come right on in. And I'm sending you love and light and all the goodness and blessings and love for everybody. Okay. Let's talk about the raffle info first. So I've created a spirituality deck messages type of deck, and I will be announcing 5 winners. So the way to get into this raffle and win this, my deck is inside, and you'll get the organza bag too, is you donate $5 to either my PayPal or you could send it to my P.O. box. Include the word donation in your message, the section for PayPal, so that I know you want to be entered into the raffle. I will automatically enter you in. And I just want to say thank you guys, because I'm doing this to give back to you guys for celebrating 500 plus subscribers. That is a big deal to me. So just know that I'm very grateful and I'm very appreciative of each and every one of you, including you viewers. And you don't have to be a subscriber. You could be a viewer either way, because some people just watch all the time and they don't subscribe, but they watch. Hey, I appreciate all of you, because you all help to build my channel. So my way of giving back is to donate these decks. Now, this is not a tarot or oracle card deck, okay? It is a spirituality deck is what I'm calling it. And this is just about connecting to God and staying hopeful, connecting to your spiritual teams and your higher self, and living your best life possible spiritually, okay? It can be used with tarot and oracle, and I'm sure I will in the future, but it doesn't have to be, okay? So thank you guys again for all the likes, shares, subscribes, specifically the subscribers, but all of you matter. All of you are important, and I appreciate all of you. Please remember to continue to like, share, subscribe, even this video, and comment. I'm always interested in feedback and comments, and thank you guys for everything. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's talk about your reading now. Let's get into that. There are so many ways that you guys can use the spirituality deck messages deck. So what I have done is I've separated the deck. So there are 54 cards. Okay. The first card is just my message to you all. The next 3 are the candle pictures, and then they have scriptures from the Bible. And then I have 5 stacks of 10 cards, okay? Because there are 5 categories. So this is the hope. The next one is alleviate stress, worry, and fear. Count your blessings, life purpose, and number 5 is build a good relationship with God. So there are no numbers on these cards. So, and you don't have to stack them. You can just shuffle them and pick a message. You don't have to shuffle them. You can just pull one out. There is no wrong way to use this deck. Okay, and you can use it, of course, with other decks. Any deck that you want. It could just be for you. Could be a good gift idea for holidays or any day, just to build your character and build your relationship with God and Spirit and your spiritual teams. So that's what it's about. So I'm going to start now with your reading, Taurus, by reading my spirituality messages card, okay? It says, I hope and pray my advice, wisdom, education, life experience, spirituality, and how to approach help you to navigate through this wonderful yet challenging thing called life. Blessings, success, infinite joy, and abundance by me. Okay. My designer actually forgot the word joy. I will be making a few changes because this is my prototype, but not many. I'm impressed with this deck and I really love it. So very few changes. Like I may add a word. I may increase the font and like center some things. But 99.9 is staying the same. So I really love this deck. I don't want much change. Like I might make the font, like I said, a little bit bigger or more bold for certain cards. But overall, I love this deck. And the interesting thing about it is when you guys see it, the back may look like the front, and the front may look like the back. That's on purpose. You'll understand why in a minute. Okay, and when you see it, of course. And then the 3 cards here, they have candles on them. And who knows, I may change the font because the font's in black. And for me, it's a little difficult to see for the ones that have a little bit more. So not this one, not the second one, but this one does. But anyways, Let me read them to you guys. So I may change those into white. Maybe. We'll see. So the first, and these are scriptures from the Bible. The first one reads as follows. It says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." This is from Psalms chapter 34, verse 18. I love this verse. It gives me a lot of peace. The second one says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." This is from Romans chapter 12, verse 2 in the Bible. And the third one says, "May the God of hope fill you with joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit." From Romans chapter 15, verse 13. Love these scriptures. Love them. So I would start with those, and do a prayer or meditate before you start, but you don't have to. It's up to you. You can just jump right in. Okay. So the cards have been prayed and shuffled on like I always do. I always pray, meditate, and shuffle, cleanse the energy. And I'm going to break them down into categories. Like I said, you guys don't have to, but I'm going to. So I'm going to start with hope. And let's get a message for Taurus, please, Spirit, for Taurus, for my lovely, lovely Tauruses. Okay. And see, if you look at the back, it has stars, so you guys can organize them according to the pictures, because the pictures are different per, category. So from hope, and to keep hope alive, Taurus, it says, look for signs along the way. Ask Spirit for omens. Ask for signs, synchronicities. Talk to God. Talk to Spirit. This will help you to keep hope alive, because it's a great feeling when you're on the right track and you're doing things according to how Spirit will want you to do, and you're going to feel good inside and out. And God does send people. Sometimes a family member, sometimes a perfect stranger may come and give you a message or information. Could be birds, could be signs that you're seeing repeatedly that you need to look up, or numbers. These are angel numbers. You may also need to look up things that you've never heard of. I've had to research things that weren't in this language, and somebody said the words to me, and I realized, that was in something totally different. It was in Belize. So you just never know. Okay, do the research. Even if you don't find it, at least conduct your own. Try to find it first. Okay, and always go to God and Spirit and ask them for clarification. When they give you something, sometimes it won't make sense, but eventually it will. So, and when you get signs along the way, you're like, oh, I'm on the right track. Like a lot of times, you guys, it's not an accident that I'm Spiritual Life Coach 43. I'm not in line. It's not an accident. That's a number I see all day, every day, throughout the day. A lot. Okay. So, those are reminders that I'm on the right track. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and to keep focusing on my goals, my dreams, my stability, my happiness, what's harmonious and good in my life. I need to focus on that. And that's a reminder I'm on the right track. And I get those every day, all throughout the day. It doesn't matter. I don't really have to look for it. It's just there. It'll find me. Okay, let's get a message for Taurus from alleviate worry, stress, and fear. Something we all need to do. Let's see this. These are a part of my life coaching. Okay, something flipped. I'm going to take it because it flipped. All right. Taurus, to help you alleviate worry, stress, and fear, Spirit wants you to stay hopeful. Optimism and positive thinking is going to be great for you. Keep your vibration high. Good energy, motivation, and enthusiasm. Be happy about life. Embrace things with a lot of passion. Be excited for what's next and what's good. Okay? Have a hopeful mindset and mind frame. When you're optimistic, you'll see the energy of other people around you. People who are very jolly or happy will attract to your energy and want to help you. You can walk past somebody who is frowning and they look sad, and they might make you feel sad. But if somebody's smiling and they're happy and they're like loving and kind, it's like it just lifts up your day. It'll lift your spirit. So it could be a job. It could be going into a relationship. It could be a move. It could be just changing your mind frame. Go into it with enthusiasm. The cup is half full, not empty. Okay? Let's get a message from Count Your Blessings. What's the way Taurus need to count their blessings? All right, this one flipped. I'm taking it. Usually I like a jumper, but you guys are flipping today. Okay, Taurus. Some of the ways that you can count your blessings include the following. Offer to help others. Sign petitions to help change laws and improve things for the greater good of all of us, or for a lot more people. And vote for change. Voting is important. Some people vote within their communities or even if you have like an HOA, you might can vote like who's the president or what type of things get done or passed, or you have a say-so in so much in life. Don't exclude yourself. You need to learn how to include yourself, especially on things that matter, because you don't want to complain later when you could have been a part of that change. And even if something doesn't change right away, the more people that we get out there campaigning and voting and trying, the better things will get, because more people will be exposed to what's going on. You know, there's so many times I talk to family and friends and things happen, or there was some type of like march or a vote or something, we were like, we didn't even know that was happening. You know, it wasn't advertised. So we need that word of mouth, and we need people who are in the know to spread the word, get it out there, get the information to people, flyers, the news, text, email, get the word out there and vote. Okay. And a lot of times you guys can do this through email, which is really cool. Like I get a lot of stuff now through email where you can just one click away, just vote. Okay. All right. How to find your life purpose or help somebody else. And remember, these cards can help you or others. It could be both. It could be for your family. You guys could sit around Christmas time and pull a card, pull one for each other. Okay. Let's see what you have for Taurus for life purpose. Taurus, you have make your own title or position, create your own lane. I love this, and I'm not showing you guys the pictures. I'm sorry if I'm not showing you guys. This is for life purpose, and this was for count your blessings. Okay, the fortune cookies. And for alleviate worry, stress, and fear, it's like the hand of God to the sun. Okay, and then hope had the stars. Okay. All right, for life purpose, and see how it's like a golden road, or like a yellow brick road. Follow your path. But anyways, make your own title or position. Have you ever worked at a job, and I know I have, where you may start to do something else or different, or add on to what you're doing? Sometimes you have to create your own lane, your own position, and come up with what you're doing that may not be written. What you're doing, you may be the first to do it. So sometimes you have to create your own lane. Sometimes you have to be your own boss. And go forward. This is a good thing. You know, you're paving the way for somebody else. We all are. So don't be afraid of who you are and what's different and what's unique that you bring to the table. Some of you are breaking barriers. You're busting down doors by being uniquely you. Okay, you're making your own lane at work, on the job, in your careers, changing careers, starting your own businesses, making your own products. Like you're doing something that haven't been done. You know, it's almost reminding me of this deck. I have not seen a spirituality deck. And if it does exist, and it could, I wouldn't be surprised if it does, but I haven't seen one. And I definitely haven't seen one like mine. So, or anything like mine. And I'm just loving this energy. So I'm loving this so much because, you know, I'm thinking about like after a funeral, people could use this type of advice. Or if somebody's dealing with major challenges or going through the dark night of the soul, somebody's trying to find their way, this could be helpful. That's why I created it, to help others based on my own experiences and what I know to be true. Okay? Of course, you guys can piggyback and come up with your own, but this is your start. Okay? This could be a start for those who need it, or an add-on for those who need it. Okay? So don't be afraid to make your own lane. How to build a relationship with God. This is the most important thing any of us will ever do. Let's find out what's for you for today, Taurus, what you can do. What can Taurus do to build a relationship with God? And there's thousands, millions, billions of things that we can all do. All right, Taurus, to help you build a relationship, a good relationship with the Lord, change your mindset. Be very positive. Don't just believe in God. Have faith and know that God will do it. Know God. Have faith and know God. Know who He is. Period. And trust in Him all the time. Not sometimes. Not when things are up and you're winning. Not when money's flowing and everything's good and romantic in your romantic life and the kids are doing well. But when things are good and bad. And don't just call on God when things are bad and things are challenging and you're going through grief. Call on Him all the time. You have to know Him. Because when you know Him, you'll trust Him. You'll trust things are right. You'll trust the signs, synchronicities, the symbols, the omens. You'll trust your intuition and you'll trust your own motives better, is what I'm hearing. So definitely look to God. Always. You got to build a good relationship with God. Like I said, this is the most important thing any of us will ever do. If people are not going God's way, they can't go your way, but you can give them prayers. You can give them advice. But believe me, they have to be getting it right with God. And the people who aren't, it stands out. It shows. It shows. And I pray for them because they're truly lost and they do need a lot of assistance and help. And not all of them are willing to ask. So I ask for people, I ask things from spirit for people who won't ask for themselves because they're too lost to do it. Okay? The lost can be found. You can survive. You can overcome anything. Trust in God. Okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all these messages together and mix them up and get you an overall message. Okay, Taurus? And like I said, although this is not a tarot oracle card deck, it can be used with anything or solo on its own. It doesn't matter. You cannot go wrong. If you want, I don't recommend reading in reverse, but if that's what you want to do, that's okay. But I think it'll make a really great gift for somebody, whether they're up or down, struggling or prospering. These are just some tools for success in life, okay? You'll be a lot healthier, happier, and more fulfilled when you follow these topics and the advice here. This is for Taurus. Please, Spirit, come through as you always do. What's the overall message for Taurus? For Taurus, for the lovely Tauruses out there. What do they need to know the most? Okay. 2 cards, 3 came out. I'm taking them. You guys got life, purpose twice, and hope. I'm just going to show them like this. Okay. 3 cards came out. From hope, it says, believe, keep a positive, optimistic mindset. See, I just said that. And it's so important to change how you think. That's why it's all up and through my deck. I say this a lot. In life, all the time. Because people who look at life from a higher perspective and they see the good in everything, they will be more at peace. You know, some people can call you and all they have is negative and bad news. You could have been feeling up and all of a sudden you don't feel as good. You feel down, you feel sick. You're not inspired anymore to do whatever you want to do. You just feel sad. You know, there's a lot of sad news on the news. Focus on what's good. Don't watch too much of it. Just enough to know what's going on. But believe in yourself. Believe in what's good. There's a lot of great human beings out here. There's a lot of good being done in the world. Volunteer work and different organizations to help others. Stay optimistic. You have to change the way you think. This is a difficult one for a lot of people because a lot of people have learned to stop growing. They haven't learned that life should be always evolving. You should always be growing. You don't stop at 24. You don't stop at 44. You don't stop at 54 or 84. You should always be learning something or teaching at that point because there's always something to know. You can never know it all. You can read every book in a library where there's billions of libraries around the world, millions and millions. Okay, you should always be learning. Pick up a book. Turn on the computer. Learn something new. I'm learning things all the time. And this is how you grow. This is one of the ways that you grow up as a person. And believe that you can learn. Everybody has a story or a testimony. We can learn from each other. You can learn from your own errors, your own mistakes, your own past. Okay? Always be learning. Belief is important. But after belief, level up into knowing. Taurus, your life purpose message is pray for clarity. Ask God about your purpose and go for it. I did this. I lived it. I asked, God, what do you want me to do at certain points in my life? Especially after I achieved being a professor. I wanted to be a professor. I did it for years. And I taught children and I taught high school and middle school. So, and I got to a point where it's like, well, what's next? Because God was leading me to something next, but I didn't know what that was. And I asked, and I got a few different things that I could do. So it led me here to life coaching, to doing tarot and oracle cards. I also can help repair people's marriages if they want. I can be a marriage counselor, God, my spiritual team told me. God sent me on this path. So there's certain times in your life you get stuck It just means God has something else for you to do, something better. It's time to move up. I'm still teaching, just in a different way. So it's just time to move up. So if you don't understand something or you need to know something, ask God for that clarity. Sometimes it's a whisper. Sometimes it's a word. Sometimes it's a whole category of things. Sometimes God just wants you to pick. Because we do have free will. And once you do, go for it. Go for it full-heartedly. Jump in and be the best that you can be at it. Increase your skills. Keep learning about what you're doing so that you can be awesome and enjoy it. The better you are at something, the more I feel like you'll enjoy it. Your other life purpose message is take heed to compliments. Think about what you do or have done well. So anything that people told you that, oh man, you're amazing at this, you do a great job with this, that's part of your purpose. That's one of the things that you could do. You could turn that into something great. Like if you're good at drawing, you could be an artist or a painter. You can go into making movies. You can go into making galleries. You can go into so many things creatively. Because your ideas can turn into life. Like a lot of books are written and then they're turned into movies. If you're good with your hands, use them. Use them. I mean, so many ways you could be good with your hands. Somebody could be a musician here, and maybe it's time to learn a new instrument. Somebody could be really good at painting and need to open up that art gallery or paint your own home or become a painter to paint other people's houses or open up, your own gallery or shop. Some are really good at picking out clothes for like other stars and entertainers. There's so many things you could pick. Pick, and pick. Do what you do well. And people have probably told you, you're great at this. Think about your teachers from way back to like elementary school. Think about what they told you that you're great at or what your family members say you're good at. You could be a good listener. Maybe you need to go into being a therapist, go into therapy or counseling in some way. Focus on your interest and focus on what you do well. All of us do something well. And if you don't know what that is yet, the wonderful thing about life is you can keep choosing and picking and trying until you figure it out. God helps those who help themselves. So keep going until you figure it out. Along the way, you may come up or discover something about yourself you never knew that you were great at and that you love. Go for it. So think about what you do well and don't just ignore compliments. Take them to heart. Like think about people keep complimenting you, especially if it's over and over. If it's repetitive, there's something you're doing that's standing out in a unique way. Sometimes we can be our own worst critics and we don't even know, something could be amazing and awesome and spectacular. We're like, it's just all right. To us, it might be all right. But somebody else, that is like a treasure. So if you like to sculpt or you like to model, if you like to fish, whatever it is you like to do, whatever it is, do it well. You may have a technique or a tactic or a way that is just God-given. It's only given to you to do it that way. You can somehow you can get the biggest fish in the world or the most exotic fish. Sometimes they just come to you. That's a gift. Use your gifts wisely. Okay, Taurus. This has been your raffle information and spirituality messages for the month of June, year 2021. I hope these messages resonate with all of you, or as many of you as possible. Please get in where you fit in for the raffle. Remember, it's just $5. My PayPal and P.O. Box information is below. Remember to add the words donation and your email if you're comfortable. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for all the likes, shares, subscribes, all the wonderful 500 plus subscribers. You guys are amazing. Much love and light. Blessings. Bye, Taurus.